Star Wars Unlimited is about to be 1 year old, and they're celebrating with the much anticipated booster release, Jump to Lightspeed. Jump to Lightspeed is a super exciting new set because it represents a couple of things. Number one, the game pushing forward into new and exciting mechanics like leaders that flip onto ships as pilots, and then the return for the Destiny fans of indirect damage. It's a lot of mechanics I think are going to shake up how the game plays going forward. But additionally, this represents really the first set that the team at Fantasy Flight has been able to develop with all of the feedback that they got from the first year of the game. So I think we're going to see a lot of really cool new changes, from more obvious things like the Carbonite Edition boosters that have the serialized prestige variants of cards for collectors to chase, to smaller things like how the team is using characters now for ultra rares and leaders in a way that I think better fits how players and collectors want to see their Star Wars cards. Overall, Jump to Lightspeed is a super exciting set, and to kick it off, of course, like usual, Fantasy Flight did send me this gigantic box once again. This thing is packed with goodies, and if you want to get your own goodies, stick around to celebrate the first anniversary of Star Wars Unlimited and the release of Jump to Lightspeed. We're going to be giving away a booster box of Jump to Lightspeed to one person who's commenting something in the video, and we'll talk about what you need to comment a little later on, so stick around and find out if you want your chance to win a free booster box of Jump to Lightspeed. Now, without any further ado, let's crack this thing open and let's see what's inside. You know what? That was a missed opportunity. I'm going to do that again. Let's jump to Lightspeed right into it. What's up, everyone? It's Dan with Main Deck, and it's time for another exciting pack cracking video where we're going to be cracking open today the content creator kit for Star Wars Unlimited's fourth set, Jump to Lightspeed, releasing March 14th worldwide. Let's dig into this thing. So they always send a massive box full of goodies here. It's very difficult for me to even get everything in the shot, so I'm just going to crack this open. At the very top, we have a casual album. This is one of the new Gamegenic accessories. Actually, you'll see a few of these in here. All right, so the casual album features a nice, I guess, all-over print picture here with the Chimera. Very cool. I love this artwork. And it's got a nice strap on it, and of course it's a 9-pocket binder to be able to fit in all of your favorite cards, like my Hyperfoil Creative Thinking. There we go, slip it right in there. I mean, you know, I don't know, there's not a ton for me to say about this other than this is about what I expect out of a binder. It's got all the components that you need, and if you're looking for a new binder to store your Star Wars Unlimited cards, now they have you covered with this. So there you go, check it out if you are interested in that. So as usual, they sent a set of sleeves, and the ones that I got in my pack here are these new pink ones. I love the new pink color, that's very exciting. We have Han and Boba Fett, and then we got the Akbar sleeves. So the ones we're missing are, I believe, the First Order Stormtrooper, and then what was the other color? Like orange or something? There's one other new color of premium art sleeves here. But if you guys have seen some of my previous videos, I'm a big fan of the premium art sleeves. Now, the corners do get dinged up, so if you're looking to be like a competitive player and have your sleeves last for a really, really, really long time and still be able to like feel like you're okay using them in a tournament, I still wouldn't, no matter what brand of sleeves you're talking about. But these are really, really good if you're just a Star Wars fan. You're looking for some new sleeves to sleeve up in, and you don't need them to be like viable at the Galactic Championship. If you buy them now and you play them every week, they're gonna die. Every sleeve's gonna die by then. One cool thing though is that all these sleeves now come in this new plastic-free packaging, and I just was like kind of toying around with it, and I pulled out the tab here, and that felt really nice. This package feels really good to play with, to pull this little tab out here. That's fun, but yeah, very cool. And these Akbar sleeves are just hilarious, honestly. Those are great. I think we'll go ahead and keep the Akbar sleeves out just in case we happen to rip into anything exciting here. And again, still no plastic inside. It's actually all paper. Oh yeah, and the sleeve packaging now correctly identifies that it comes with 2 clear sleeves instead of just 1. And there they are. They fixed it, finally. Okay, we also got a soft crate. I'm a fan of the soft crates if you're looking for a budget option to store your deck in. The soft crates are a great option that have a nice Star Wars flair to them. As usual, I always like to crack it open and see what the inside art is. We have the Han Solo one, and inside we have, ooh, nice, the gold leader. It's kind of funny because this is actually Lando piloting the Falcon in this specific case, but you know what, it works. It works. No, these are the same size as the original ones. I went ahead and pulled one of my set 1 ones here, so same size. So it fits your 60 card double sleeve deck, or obviously would fit a 60 single sleeve, and then have plenty of room for a few more cards in there. So yeah, soft crate. Grab it if you want a nice budget deck option with some budget box option with some Star Wars flair. Now we have a couple of other exciting accessories. Don't go anywhere yet. We have the Premium Tokens Pro. Now this is really cool. They finally got their new set of tokens out. Now the big adjustment on this, I keep getting these mixed up with the ones that they're just revealing at Gamma right now too. The big adjustment to this set is that now the tokens are double-sided. So we have this damage token that has a 1 on this side and then flips over to be a 3 or an E if you want to deal E damage. This can also be a W or an M damage, so we have a lot of flexibility there. But seriously, it's we have 1 to 3 and then 5 to 10, which is really nice, and actually I think extends how far you can really go with the single set of tokens as well. I think it'll be a lot easier to play with 2 players with 1 set of tokens, which was kind of hard before. The experience tokens, looks like these are still +1/+1 on both sides, so nothing too crazy changing there. Yeah, nothing double-sized here. So the big thing is the damage tokens having the double-sided feature, which is something that I like a lot. I use third-party tokens most of the time because I like the double-sided feature of them. So this is a really nice adjustment to this. If you didn't pick up a set of, if you did pick up a set of set 1 tokens, I don't know if there's like a huge need for you to rush out and grab these, but if you're still just getting into the game now and you haven't picked up tokens yet, plastic tokens really are so much easier to play the game with. Pretty much, everybody at locals uses some type of plastic tokens in my experience, and I would recommend you grab this new set now to at least get the flippy double-sided feature. That'll be much nicer for you. Okay, now something I'm very excited about in this new line of products as well. We have, of course, the return of the game mats. We've been sitting on this set 3 Twilight Republic Yoda mat this whole time, but now we have the regular game mat and the extra wide game mat, and there's a new feature on these where they now have, oh, you can't even see it, it's not even a shot there. It is premium stitching being added to these Gamegenic mats. I have been really looking forward to taking a look at these myself as somewhat of a playmat connoisseur, someone who gets to experience a lot of different playmats from a lot of companies. I've been actually kind of dying. It sounds really weird, but I've been dying to see Gamegenic's take on premium stitched mats and see how it feels. So let's crack this thing open. This is really, really sick art. Okay, so we'll be replacing Yoda on this video with this bad boy. Look at that Scarif fight. Excellent. Okay, so what do we have here? We have, see if I can show you here. I have a few different playmats, but the Yoda one, of course, had no stitching on the edges, and you should be able to see now the stitching being applied on this mat, this Scarif scene mat. And I will say this is, let's see, I actually have another stitch mat down here at the bottom that I can compare this to as well. This is actually a bit of a thinner stitch than I typically am used to seeing. So it's right there on the edge of the playmat, barely there. It is a nice little touch. I will say that I like when the stitching is a little bit bigger, but I have talked to a lot of people who actually aren't huge fans of the stitching for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but they don't love stitching quite as much. So maybe this is a nice middle ground where there's just that little touch of stitching to kind of prevent some of this fraying from happening. Now, these playmats on my studio desk don't really get a lot of use, so we don't have a lot of fraying happening on them, but the big point of stitching is to kind of prevent the edges, keep the edges clean and nice. And also it's a premium feel to have that little extra touch of polish, that little touch of stitching there. But I mean, the Gamegenic mats are always extremely soft. I'm always really impressed with the cloth feel on the mats. When I go down to this other mat I have down here, this feels a lot harder, a lot firmer. So I really do like Gamegenic's premium feel there. I could go for, as they're iterating on this, I could go for just like a little bit more stitch. But that said, I'm hugely happy that they're finally adding stitching to this. The other mat we have here, I'm not even going to bother to show this one because you're not going to see it on the screen, because this is the extra wide mat, which goes 19 more centimeters, which is going to be what, another about 7 inches. Yeah, it looks like based on the number I'm seeing here, probably about another 6 or 7 inches beyond what a normal playmat would go. Where you guys aren't going to see anything here. I can't. So, but yeah, this is really sick artwork of gold leaders. So, really excited just to throw that on the table and be extra wide for no particular reason. All right, so that's all the accessories we have in the box. It's a good set of new accessories. I love that Gamegenic is always kind of pushing the envelope. But let's talk about the cards that are in here now as well. Now we have the, it was not starter decks. We have the Spotlight decks for Boba Fett and Han Solo in both of these. We'll crack these open really quick just so you can take a peek at them. Now this isn't going to be like a full deep dive or anything. We're not going to kind of go through strategy or whatever for any of these decks because I frankly haven't cracked these things open. I don't entirely know what's even in the list of them. I guess you go from the bottom if you want to get the deck out. But it is worth mentioning that if you pick these Spotlight decks up now, they do come with one booster pack inside, which is really nice. And hey, maybe we'll get lucky on one of these, as well as getting the full 60 card deck that you can play from. And then as you can see here, we have the set of tokens, the good stuff there. We have 2 Poe packs. Hopefully Poe's our lucky guy. And then we'll take just a quick glance through the cards in each of these decks. So in the Boba Fett deck, we have the Boba Fett leader, and then it is a cunning deck otherwise. So Boba yellow. Boba Fett's now an aggression leader, which is fun. All right, we have a bunch of stormtroopers and pride, the Starhoppers, bombers, and then so this does have cards from sets 1 and 2, or 1 through 3 as well, I should say. We got the Elite P-38. That's a great unit to have. And then you have 3 of anything that's new and exclusive to the Spotlight decks, which is have the S symbol down here. Now you actually can get hyperfoils and hypers, or at least hyperfoils, in the booster packs of these S rarity cards now. That's a new change in Jump to Lightspeed as well. Get a copy of Fett's Fire Spray. This card is still cracked, and guess what? There's a new Boba Fett to use it with, so that's exciting. Daring Raid, good, no good to me dead. Ooh, Force Choke, yeah, good stuff. So this will give you a good set of stuff to play with. Some of the best, you know, having a deck that actually comes with things like 3 copies of No Good to Me Dead and Force Choke. That's going to give you a lot more play, a lot more ability to kind of interact with your opponent in a meaningful way. So the idea with these Spotlight decks is, no, they're not meant to be like a competitive list, but they are meant to be a deck where you can start to get some more of the like actual, you know, Star Wars Limited gameplay, feel less like a starter deck and more like a deck that you can just kind of take and build from and start to play with a little more, because they actually include cards like Force Choke that are the sort of actually playable interaction. In the Han Solo, this is Han Solo green with the new Han Solo pilot leader. And of course, both of these are leaders that are pilots, so they're going to flip into either a ground unit or they'll attach to a vehicle you control and pilot it, which is a really exciting new mechanic. Clone Deserters, Greedos, Nien Nunb. We have R2s, Dagger Squadrons. Yeah, you know, you're going to get a bunch of ships here and stuff too. We got a copy of Akbar from set 1, solid rare. The new Leia, some Ezras, Boshek. I'm really pumped about this guy. Shout out to everyone who played Star Wars CCG and learned about him in that. Shuttle Tidarium, that's a nice new ship. The new Falcon, of course, so you're going to get 3 copies of the new Falcon, just like you get 3 copies of the new Fire Spray in this, and you can do a lot of really crazy and fun stuff with Falcon, Chewie, and Han, of course. And look at Clone Commander Cody, why not? A little bit of Republic era stuff. And then the Mandalorian new card. Now it's really interesting they put the Mandalorian in here, because he is actually a double cunning unit to play to ground, but his piloting only takes single cunning. So you have to pay 7 to play him onto the ground arena, which is something that I think new players won't immediately notice sometimes. But oh, Tandem Assault, there it is. This is the artwork on the playmat. Beautiful stuff. 1 copy of Shoot First. We got a few Waylays, some Never Tell Me the Odds. That's a new one. It's a Trap and a Commandeer. So yeah, good stuff. Cool decks. I think you'll have a lot of fun playing with these if you're just checking the game out, or if you tend to play it a little more casually. And then we'll just go ahead and set these booster packs aside, and we'll look at them when we start ripping all the other booster packs here. Now, as far as other stuff in the box, they gave us 6 more booster packs inside there. The 2 from the decks, and then we have a pre-release kit. Now, if you head down to your LGS to participate in the pre-release, that should be taking place the weekend of March 7th. And when you go to play in that, usually you're going to pay something like $30, $35. It kind of depends on the place. And then you're going to get one of these, where you're going to rip this thing open, and you're going to find inside 6 booster packs of Jump to Lightspeed. And then you're also going to find a little, sort of like a little deck box package, something you can throw your cards into during the event, which is going to have inside a copy of the leaders from the set, the ones we just looked at. So we have Han and Boba Fett in here that are in hyperspace version. So if you're a fan of these leaders, this is a nice way to pick these up. And then using with access to these 2, as then everything else you open in this pack, you're going to get to build a 30-card deck. And use that to play, and usually you're going to compete to try and win some more packs or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our starter deck pack set aside, we're going to have our loose box pack set aside, and we're going to start by just cracking open these packs to, and what I usually like to do is just kind of look at the cards. It's like, what would I build? Really briefly, without going too in depth into it, because it's kind of difficult, but what would I be looking at building in my pre-release, which I will be participating in a couple weeks as well. Now, I know a lot of you are waiting for the booster box giveaway instructions, and as a reward for sitting through all of the accessories and the starter decks, I'm going to give you those right now. If you want a chance to win that free booster box of Jump to Lightspeed, all you have to do is head down to the comments. Now, while you're on your way there, go ahead and give the video a quick like, because that really helps us out a ton. And in the comments, I want you to comment with your favorite or the card you're most excited for from Jump to Lightspeed. If you don't know any of the cards quite yet, then wait a second and let's look at some of the cards we're going to open in here. Maybe one of these will get you pumped as well. But if you already know, you can head down to the comments right now. Let me know the name of the card that you are the most excited for. And in about 2 weeks, details will be down in the description. I will draw one winner. I'll get in touch with you. We'll verify it's you, and then I'll get your address and I will ship that booster box right off to your door. And that should be timed just about perfectly with the release of the set, so you aren't going to be waiting a super long time to get it either. Head on down there, drop a comment down below so that you can have a chance to win. And without any further ado, let's crack open some booster packs. All right, so digging into our first pack here of our pre-release kit, I should mention too, before I get too far, I am on a notorious, infamously bad streak with my inability to open a showcase card. Now, I don't think I'm going to get one out of such a small amount of packs here, but I am 43 sealed booster boxes deep with no showcases open. And countless extra packs from drafting, locals. I don't count any of these boxes or anything. All of those on the side too. I just don't even count them. So I mean, realistically, I'm probably closer to like 50 boxes without ever opening a showcase myself. Any showcase I have purchased or traded for. But hey, maybe today we're going to get lucky. Maybe it's going to be the first pack in our sealed deck, and it's Captain Phasma though. And Captain Phasma is a very exciting leader. I like this very cool aggro leader. I'm a sequel trilogy fan, so I am pumped to have some really cool leaders in the set representing those. Captain Phasma is one we definitely could consider for our sealed deck. We have an X-34 land speeder. We have a dilapidated ski speeder. We have a Zygerian Starhopper. We have a Rogue class starfighter, First Order TIE fighter, Koigrin Turn. I have to think for a second before I say it. Let me get this just a little closer here for you too. Dakar Cargo Frigate, Bunker Defender. We have a Crackshot Y-Wing. We have Biggs Darklighter. You guys can't even see, I'm like covering my own face here when I do this. I gotta find a better way to place these here. I'll just do it right here. There, and now I'm gonna cover the camera. Biggs Darklighter. We have the Mandalorian. We have Grim Valor. Those are uncommons. Our rare is Sidon Ithano, and then we have a Hyperfoil We have a Hyperfoil Razor Crest. Nice. That is super, super cool looking. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. I always love Hyperfoil ships. They always look so sick. And what a cool pack to get Razor Crest and Mandalorian in the same pack. Love that. You can attach the Mandalorian to the Razor Crest as a pilot upgrade, exhaust an enemy unit in this arena, and then you can use the Razor Crest ability when a pilot attaches to it. You can return a non-leader unit that costs 2 or less, or an exhausted non-leader unit that costs 4 or less to its owner's hand. So Mandalorian lets you exhaust something a little bigger to return it when he pilots, which is great. And then it becomes a 6/6 massive beast. Very cool. What a great start to this. Look, we're looking right away we're looking at, okay, like, are we just going to play some Han Solo? But we're not. None of these things are locking us into any particular alignment, so that's pretty cool. All right, pack two. Pack two, we're going to start with Wedge Antilles. Wedge is an exciting pilots matter leader. So you're going to, if you want to build all the pilots all the time, you got that. We got Mos Eisley. We got a Republic Y-Wing. We got an upside down card. We have an upside down independent smuggler. That was funny. I don't see those too often. We have a Quasar TIE carrier. We have a hyperspace swarming vulture droid. Actually, that's really cool because this is the one where you need 15 copies of it. So it's actually really cool to get those in hyperspace form. Not bad. We have an Interceptor Ace. We have a Phoenix Squadron A-Wing. We have Fight Fire with Fire. Red Squadron X-Wing. TIE Ambush Squadron. Wingman Victor 3. Decimator of Dissidents. Astromech Pilot. These are uncommons. A rare is Targeting Computer. And our foil in this pack is a TIE Dagger Vanguard. Move this Hyperfoil off the side. That's the true prize here. All right, pack number 3 in our pre-release kit. And we're going to start with Darth Vader Leader. Ooh, okay. He's a pretty sick leader, creating swarms of TIE fighters. Very cool. City in the Clouds. Punch It. Indoctrinated Conscript, Guerrilla Soldier, Resistance, X-Wing, Piercing Shot, Munificent Frigate, Homestead Militia. That's a reprint from set 1. Saboteurs, Landing Shuttle, I Have You Now. Salvage, Frisk. We have the Lake Country Rare base. So this is really funny. This isn't, I think, probably not what you want to open in a sealed deck. Getting these rare bases is not the most fun thing in the world, but a very interesting base for Constructed where you give up having a second aspect to just get 4 more health. Interesting idea, we'll see. And then we got another Hyperfoil MC-30 Assault Frigate. Okay, that's cool. Solid, another ship, even though it's probably more of a draft ship than anything else. For 5 costs, getting a 5/5 with Overwhelm that then becomes a 6/5 on attacks, I mean, I've seen worse things. Admiral Akbar. Ooh, a nice new Cunning leader to maybe fit into our Cunning deck if that's where we want to go. The Sassy Temple, Contracted Jumpmaster. There's another Swarming Vulture Droid. We're at 2 so far. See how many we can get. Oh, wow. Look at this hyperspace. This looks so sick. Oh my god, this artwork is so cool. Did I even see this card? Have I seen this card before? Deal 3 damage to a space unit. If the unit's defeated this way, you may deal 2 damage to a base. Wow. This looks good. And this looks so cool. I want to get Hyperfoils of this really badly. Whoa, that looks so cool. Kajimi Patrollers, Twin Laser Turret, an ATRT, a Dorsal Turret, supporting ETA-2. Nice. Retrofitted Airspeeder, Power from Pain. We have, these are some uncommons. In Debt to Crimson Dawn. And then we have the Radis. This is one of my favorite cards in the set. I like the scene a lot in the movie, but of course this is a really iconic card. This is the one that Holdo flies into the Supremacy. So when defeated, it deals damage equal to this unit's power to an enemy unit. So you can use both sort of ticks of damage to chunk 16 damage onto something if you need to, or 8 onto one, 8 onto another if you slam it into something. Well, you control a resistance card, including a leader. It has Sentinel naturally, so your opponent's really not going to want to attack into this thing. And we got a foil First Order TIE Fighter trying to take down the Radis as well. All right, 2 more packs in our pre-release kit here. It would be really sick to open a legendary. That would definitely guide us a little bit into where if we can get a cool bomb that we can play. Darth Vader in a temple. We got some Sith troopers, some Blade Squadron, evasive maneuvers, little exhaust. We got a hyperspace interceptor Ace, I like the rhyme there. Outer Rim Outlaws, Veteran Fleet Officer. We got a First Order Stormtrooper, General Hugs, Hux. We have a Shuttle ST-149, Wingman Victor 2. Our rare here is Rampart. Oh, maybe we want to go, we can go Vader Yellow. This unit doesn't regroup during the, or doesn't ready during the regroup phase unless its power is 4 or more. So you really want to throw a pilot onto this thing. But yeah, I mean, you can certainly throw Vader onto this thing, making an 8/8. That seems pretty disgusting. That seems pretty cool. And then our foil is Dakar Cargo Frigate. Interesting, interesting. So far with 2 Vader leaders, we're definitely, like, we don't have a ton of options, but we could either go Vader or Boba Fett Yellow. Ooh, wait, this is a, let's see. When deployed as an upgrade. Okay, yeah, he doesn't care what he deploys onto. So I like Fett Yellow or Vader Yellow is maybe, those are maybe the ones I'm looking at the most right now. Our final one's gonna have Rose Tico as our leader. We got a Hyperspace Mos Eisley, Kimogila Heavy Fighter, Coordinator Front, Barrel Roll, Celestin Spacer, All Wings Report In, Massassi Tactical Officer, Academy Graduate, MC-30, Assault Frigate. We have a Fly Casual, Stay on Target. Then we have, those are some of our uncommons here, a Jarek Jaeger, which is going to be our Hyperspace. And then our rare is, ooh, it's a legendary. Nice, we did get one. We got a legendary Shadowcaster, which is a 6-cost, 4/7. When a friendly unit is defeated, you may use all of its when defeated abilities again. Oh, we'll have to look at our pool and see if we got any good when defeated triggers. And then a Koigrin Turn foil as well. Okay, so real quick, I mean, yeah, this Shadowcaster is really sick, but we need to have the when defeated triggers to use it. So what did we get where we have some when defeated abilities? Because if I want to run, I'd want to run Fett Yellow, I think, to have some really good ships to put pilots onto like Fett. If I wanted to run Shadowcaster, but if I want to run Vader Yellow, I would get access to Wingman Victor 2. Ooh, we'd get Hux. We'd get Hux. Decimator of Dissidents. Oh, nice. Actually, that's really good with the Boba Fett with the indirect damage. Victor 3 here too. So we have a couple of pretty good cards here. Just a brief run through. Did we have any cool when defeated abilities? All right, look through everything, and this Zygerian Starhopper is literally the only when defeated ability that we have. And now, granted, this would be a great one to use with Shadowcaster, but that just doesn't seem like that's super likely to happen. So I think right away, even though I like the idea of getting to use some of this indirect damage stuff with the Decimator of Dissidents, I think that does sound pretty good. I think right away I would be looking at actually going yellow-green with Darth Vader. I think that's like the first build I would try here. And then we can just throw all of our vehicles in and flip Vader onto, you know, Rampart or something. And I think, yeah, I think that would be a pretty effective strategy. Get a First Order TIE Fighter, which works really well. Yeah, these were great with what Vader's doing. So, yeah, that's probably where I would go. That's my initial inkling with this. I would unfortunately then not get to use my Shadowcaster, but it's okay. It's okay. We don't need to use it just because it's a legendary, because without all those when defeated triggers, it really isn't going to do very much. But if you got them, it's a really, really sick card to double use those when defeateds as well. All right, so that was the slow pack ripping. Let's go do some fast ones here. We're going to rip through the rest of these packs. I'm just going to talk about cards when I find them kind of interesting or cool. We're going to start with the ones that came in the Spotlight decks. And this might be kind of fun because if you see a showcase in here, well, you know, you can get a nice showcase in a Spotlight deck as well. What a way to start playing the game that would be, huh? But yeah, first packs here out of the Spotlight decks. This one is a Rose Tico pack. And in here we have, ooh, a Hyper TIE Bomber. That's very cool. We have, look, there's so many ships in this set, which makes sense. It makes sense that it's packed with ships, but it's cool. It's kind of exciting. I like it. Tantive 4, nice. Unity of Purpose. Oh, that's another legendary. I don't even know if I've seen this one yet. Unity of Purpose. For each friendly unit with a different name, give each unit you control +1/+1 for this phase. Okay. Wow. That could be pretty crazy. It is a double command event, but that can be a lot of buffs. That's pretty wild. That's a neat card. That's kind of cool. And then oh yes, this was one I really wanted. Nice. Hyperfoil, they hate that ship. I think this card is crazy. This card is super good. It's one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. I love this stuff. Oh, they hate that ship, Hyperfoil. How awesome is that? Beautiful. That one is going to I'm going to be playing that one a lot. That's going to get a lot of play from me, and I need to find 2 more of these bad boys to finish this off. It looks so cool. Crate is such a cool planet. The design is incredible. The colors, everything. That might be the pack, first of all, of the video. But it might be just a hit in general too. And right out of the Spotlight deck, what a great way to start. You crack open a Spotlight deck and you get this stuff. That would be so cool. All right, our second Spotlight deck pack. Let's see what the other one has. We have another Vader, another Hyperfoil. What's going on with these? Oh my God, I see another Hyperfoil in the back. So many Hyperfoils. We have a Hyperspace dedicated wingman. Oh, the Hyperspace cards sometimes look so cool. That looks so good. That looks so dope. Droid missile platform. That's going to be really good with Thrawn and maybe some Separatist shenanigans. All right, we have a Victor 2. We have a Fly Casual. Our rare is going to be a Moff Gideon. I think this is a pretty cool card too. Deals combat damage to their base. Take the initiative, swing with them, and now every unit they play costs 1 more. That can totally throw them off. And our Hyperfoil is just a Sith Trooper. Just a Sith Trooper, but you know what? Let's be honest. This looks pretty good. And honestly, I'm doing so much better in this box than I was doing in the Twilight Republic content creator box. I had like nothing there. But here, the hits are kind of coming here. This is pretty dope. I like getting all these Hyperfoils. Very, very cool. All right. So yeah, I mean, how could you be mad about a couple of Hyperfoil packs there, including a Legendary and a Hyperfoil Rare out of your Spotlight decks? And then here are the 6 other packs that were in the content creator box. Let's rip into these bad boys. We have a Major Von Reg. We got, if you're a Resistance fan, this set's finally got your leaders, so that's exciting. We'll punch it. We have another Dakar, lots of Dakar cargo frigates here. We have R2-D2. We have BB. Look, the duo, the legendary duo is here. Excellent. We have another Hyperfoil. What is going on? This is crazy. We have a Hyperspace, the Ghost. Oh, this is a legendary. I forget too. This is awesome. Hyperspace legendary, the Ghost. Are you kidding me? And then our rare is another Sidon Athano. And then our Hyperfoil is just an astromech pilot. But wow, what's going on? These packs are kind of fire, honestly. And like, for me specifically, as a huge Hera fan also, and then I hate that ship. This is awesome. I'm having a great time. What incredible packs we're getting here. Amazing stuff. All right, next one. Our leader is going to be, Hyperspace Darth Vader. Cool. Very nice. Very exciting. Like that. That's probably going to get some play from me. That's exciting. Oh, I can't wait to start building decks with, the game feels like it could be very, very different now with the leaders kind of deploying to space and doing some nonsense there. Fireball, that's a really good uncommon. Fireball seems like a great card. Dogfight, I think that one's pretty good. We got General Draven. Oh, this is like a new ECL homeboy here. You're gonna attack in, ambush him, make 2 X-Wings, probably knock something out as well. It's pretty sick. And then a foil landing shuttle. All right, so the packs had to get a little less crazy at some point. We can't just open Hyperfoils in every single pack, unfortunately. I mean, I wish we could. We have a Rio Durant from Solo, Nadiri Dockyards. Doubles, look at this. 2 Swarming Vulture Droids. I guess that makes sense. They're probably on the sheet several times, so that'll probably help the card not be like way too expensive for what it is. That makes sense. If they put it on the sheet multiple times, that was a really, really good decision. We have a Dengar. We have a Silver Angel. We have a Blue Leader. By the way, this is a unit that can move between ground and space. That's really cool. We have another targeting computer. Let's throw another one of those down. Make sure we don't ever turn it off. And then we have a foil TIE Bomber. All right, 3 packs to go. I don't think our showcase streak is going to end tonight. But oh my God, what, are you kidding me? What? Holy, it happened. It happened. I was just saying, oh my God. And it's Poe. That's so amazing. Poe Dameron Showcase. In the content creator box. Oh my God, are you kidding me right now? Oh, I can't believe it. I'm so happy about this. Oh, let me get my sleeves out here. I had the sleeves. I guess he should probably go in a clear sleeve, huh? That would make sense. Oh, wow. Okay, I was wrong. That wasn't the first pack wasn't the one. It was this one right here. There we go. Poe Dameron Showcase, everyone. Amazing artwork, by the way. I think this is gonna be a first reveal, actually, as we were gonna put this video out in the morning, and this is gonna be the first time this card has been shown. So check that out. That is the Poe Dameron Showcase. Okay, I'm building Poe. I'm building Poe. Let's go. This is so sick. Oh my God, I cannot believe that happened. Wow. Oh, okay. All right, let's get through the rest of the pack here. Look at all this sequel trilogy stuff too, which I'm really pumped about as a sequel fan. We have Crimson Dawn, War Juggernaut. We have a hyperspace Captain Phasma. We'll get another Lake Country. I'm like, actually, it's always so funny to me when people open up stuff and I see them like shaking, and I actually start shaking a little bit here because that's so exciting. I couldn't believe that. I can't believe that happened. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. All right, 2 packs left to go, everybody. 2 packs left to go. Let's calm down. Let's cool it. It's very cool, but let's finish these out in style. Let's get a couple more nice little hits at the end of these packs. We've got a Paige Tico. We got a Rafa Marquez. We got a salvage. I'm actually pumped about this as someone who loves playing Reanimator strats. Being able to play some salvage on vehicles sounds kind of fun. We got an Iden Versio. Another really cool pilot strategy built around Iden, I think, is going to exist. And then a foil fight fire with fire. Like, oh, that's our rare there. And then finally, our last pack. We already hit the magic. But what do we have here? We have Luke Skywalker here to show us out. Very nice. Love that. Love Luke. We got some Jedi Light Cruiser. This is our second Hyperspace Interceptor Ace. That's funny. We are going to kick it off with a Hyperfoil. Let's go. Or kick it out of the door with a Hyperfoil here. That's really cool. Mandalorian. We got a Commandeer. And then our Hyperfoil in our last pack is going to be a Koigrin Turn. Nice. Wow. Okay, well, there we go. Showcase Poe Dameron, everyone. And they hate that ship, which I think actually was a quote from Poe. I think it's Poe that said that, wasn't it? They came in, Falcon came in and said they hate that ship, or maybe it was Finn. It was either Poe or Finn. It was one of the male main characters said it. But yeah, this was for me. This is great. I mean, the only showcase I wanted a little more, and this is going to make a couple people a little salty, but Holdo. I'm really excited for a showcase Holdo, but Poe, man, I'm not letting this thing go. I'm so excited to have this in the collection. I was wondering how they were going to do the pilots in showcase as well. So it's kind of cool to see how they arranged everything on the showcase form of the pilot. Very cool. Well, everyone, Jump to Lightspeed is a super exciting, incredible new set. Obviously, I'm really looking forward to it, but I hope you saw lots of really cool cards to get you pumped about it. I think Star Wars Unlimited is going to go off the chain this year because I think they're really figuring out, they've got distribution locked down now, and I think they've really figured out design as well as collectability. It's going to be a ton of fun. Make sure you head to your LGS and pick some up if you are looking to get some product and you still don't have some. I've got a link down in the description below to our sponsor, JWW Cards, where you can also get a great deal by using discount code MAINDECK on your Jump to Lightspeed products. The link directly to our Jump to Lightspeed stuff will be down in the description, so you can check that as well. And then, of course, make sure you listen to the instructions that were a little bit ago about how to enter to win that booster box. If you just skip to the end here looking for it, you got to go back a little bit. It is somewhere around the booster pack era of things, and you'll find the instructions for that too. I hope I send one of you a showcase as well. That would be the coolest thing in the world. So make sure you check that out. That's going to be it for the video though. Wow, what an incredible opening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope your pulls are incredible, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.